Hello, welcome. This is Vishwanath Embar. In this video, let us discuss about the further public offering or follow-on public offering. In short, it is called FPO. When a company listed in the stock market comes with fresh issue of shares to the public to raise a fund, it is known as FPO. To give you an example, in July 2020, Yes Bank has raised a fund through FPO. Also, ICICI Bank has raised a fund through FPO between 2007 to 2009. Like this, there are many other companies which have raised a fund through FPO. Now let us understand how FPO is different from IPO. IPO is also done for raising a fund from public, but difference between IPO and FPO is that IPO is a process of raising a fund from public for very first time. IPO is done before company gets listed in the stock market. Once IPO completes, company will be listed in the stock market. But FPO is applicable only for those companies already listed in the stock market. So FPO is additional issue of shares to the public, whereas IPO is first time issuing of shares to the public. A follow-on public offer or FPO is also known as secondary offering because it is additional issue of shares to the public after the initial public offering. Two main reasons of FPO are raise a funds for business expansion, raise a fund to pay for debt. There are two different types of FPOs, dilutive FPO and non-dilutive FPO. In dilutive FPO, new shares are created and issued. It increases the number of outstanding shares of the company. In non-dilutive FPO, no new shares are created. Already existing shares with the company are offered to the public. This means in non-dilutive FPO, generally the promoters or the directors or bigger shareholders of the company who will sell their shares to the public through FPO. Non-dilutive FPO does not provide any material or financial benefit for the company. Mostly non-dilutive FPO is used to change the shareholding ownership pattern. Now let us understand what happens in FPO. Issue price of the FPO shares are generally less than current market price of company shares. This is done by the company to get more and more subscribers to its issue. This will bring down the demand for listed shares, which in turn brings down the market price of listed shares. For example, let us take a FPO of Yes Bank which happened in July 2020. Before FPO, Yes Bank shares were around 19 rupees per share. Bank offers a shares during FPO around 12 to 13 rupees per share. After FPO, market price of Yes Bank shares comes down close to 13 rupees per share. Generally, shareholders do not like dilutive FPO as their investment value gets reduced after the FPO. Now let us understand how to apply for FPO. To apply for FPO, investor need to have a trading and demat account. To open a trading and demat account online, please visit the link in the description below. Once you have a trading and demat account, you need to log into your trading account and go to the option FPO or IPO, and then you will find all the open IPOs and FPO, and then you need to select the required FPO and key in all the details and click on apply. Your FPO order will be placed. Now let us understand whether we should subscribe to FPO, what are the factors to look for while making a decision to invest in FPO. As companies already listed in stock market, we can get the details about the company such as its management, business practices, efficiency, etc. We have historical reference to stock market performance, earning report and lot more data. One of the main advantage of FPO is shares offered to the FPO are much less in price compared to the market price of the share. The only reason why any investor would prefer a FPO share over the listed share is because of price advantage. In FPO, we have opportunity to get the shares at discounted price, which increases our chances of making a better return. In conclusion, FPO gives an opportunity for investor to get the shares at discounted price, which gives us a better chance of making a profit through our FPO investment. For example, Yes Bank FPO price was around 12 to 13 rupees. After FPO, within a month, share price of the Yes Bank went up to 15 rupees. Suppose if you have purchased 1000 shares of Yes Bank through FPO at 13 rupees per share, and if we sell at 15 rupees per share within a month, the profit would be around 2000 rupees. At the time of FPO, bank's fundamentals and financials were not strong. Still, we were able to get a profit in short term. But if you are buying a shares through FPO for long-term investment, it is also important to understand company's fundamentals such as business prospectus, management, financials, etc., and then take a decision whether you want to keep the shares with you for a long time or not. Thank you so much for watching. We will meet you in the next video.